year after year. Call now.
First, live, local, 24/7 on WEARTV.com. Closed captioning is brought to you by Hancock Bank. Strength and stability since 1899. Next on Channel 3 News.
It was supposed to be a day of fun, a field trip to the museum for local third graders, a trip cut short by a serious accident on I-10.
We started to flip and everybody was injured.
Many of the children were sent to hospital emergency rooms.
Just ahead, team coverage, including an update on the injured, and the SUV driver involved in the crash tells his side of the story.
The doors were blocked originally, and I ripped it open and ran in, and kids were screaming, crying.
First, live, local, WEAR Channel 3 News at 5 starts right now.
Good afternoon, everyone. We thank you for joining us. I'm Sue Strong.
And I'm Bob Solarski. We'll go right to the latest on the bus crash. The Florida Highway Patrol still trying to determine what caused the school bus crash this morning that sent more than a dozen children to area hospitals.
Well, the third graders from Walker Elementary were on their way to NAS Pensacola for a field trip when the bus flipped on I-10 near mile marker 27 in Santa Rosa County. Channel 3's Grace White is first on the scene this morning, and she begins our team coverage live from Interstate 10 and tells us what happened. First of all, Grace, do authorities believe they know who's at fault at this point?
Sue, the bus driver is at fault. FHP tells us 6-year-old Beth White was charged with improper lane change. Both the bus and an SUV were traveling westbound along I-10 when the bus veered into another lane. We spoke to the driver of the SUV. He told us he didn't see this coming.
Driving down the road, and next thing I know, there's a school bus in front of me.
Paul Atwell was on his way to Pensacola. He says he was driving a Tahoe around 65 to 75 miles per hour when the crash happened.
And the next thing I know, all I see is yellow, and I had nowhere to go.
A spokesman for the Florida Highway Patrol says the bus was traveling in the right-hand lane and the SUV was in the left lane. But as far as how the two collided and who was at fault, that's still under investigation. Everyone on the bus, both students and adults, were taken to local hospitals to receive medical attention. The FHP says the injuries range from minor to serious.
And anytime there's a bus crash involving children, you know, it's serious, but to have something of this nature is definitely a serious crash, and hopefully everyone will come out all right.
Investigators say this bus flipped 2 times before landing here in the median along Interstate 10. You can see reflectors on the ground, wires pulled out of the engine, and windows busted.
Atwell's SUV was also damaged.
My truck rolling up and just kind of teetering for a second and then fell back down. That's why the hood got all crushed.
But he says his first concern were the kids.
Somebody handed me a first aid kit, and everybody just started doing what they could.
Atwell says he's just glad no one was riding in the car with him.
My ex-wife and I, we basically flipped a coin on to see who my daughter was going to ride with, and she won.
The bus was taken back to Okaloosa County. Coming up tonight at 6, we'll talk to emergency personnel who were at the crash site this morning. Live in Santa Rosa County, Grace White, Channel 3 News.
All right, thank you, Grace. Now, despite the nature of that crash, fortunately, no one sustained life-threatening injuries. EMS crews transported 14 children and 4 adults to 3 area hospitals. Channel 3's Greg Newman continues our team coverage now live from Sacred Heart Hospital. He has the latest from there. Greg?
Well, Sue, 4 of those children and 2 of the adults were brought here to Sacred Heart. Another 5 children were brought to West Florida Hospital, and 5 kids and 2 adults were taken to the Santa Rosa Medical Center. Most of them were treated for minor cuts and bruises after they were transported from the crash scene by helicopter and ambulance. All but one of the patients sent to the Santa Rosa Medical Center and West Florida Hospital have already been treated and released. 5 of the 6 patients, however, brought to Sacred Heart are still here.
They're all in fair to good condition. The children sustained some minor lacerations and some abrasions. We'll keep them for observation overnight, and the bus driver has had slightly increased injuries to her hand and her elbow, but also minor, and we'll keep her for observation as well.
And along with that driver, 1 adult at the Santa Rosa Medical Center will be kept overnight for observation. She is actually a grandmother of one of the children who was on that bus today as well. Now, Okaloosa School District officials say this could have been far worse if it weren't for the fact that everybody on board that bus was wearing seatbelts. I'll have more on that part of the story coming up tonight at 6.
All right, Greg Newman reporting live. Thank you. Now, one of the children injured today talked to Channel 3's Dan Thomas, and Dan is in the newsroom now with that story. Dan, first of all, how is she doing?
Well, Bob, good news. She's up, walking around. She's going to be okay. Right now, though, she's just thankful her teacher made her put on her seatbelt.
Because I've never been to a museum before.
That's why 8-year-old Gabby Nelson was looking forward to her 3rd grade field trip to the National Museum of Naval Aviation. But about halfway there, something went wrong.
Well, we were riding smoothly, and then the bus started going faster, and then we started to flip, and everybody was injured, and they were all flipping and stuff. Good thing we had our seatbelts on, though.
Something she doesn't always do.
In the cars, yeah, but that was the first time that me and my friends always wear them on the bus in the morning and sometimes in the afternoon, but my teacher told us to get our seatbelts on.
Really? They don't always make you wear them?
Mm-mm. I think they should make a law of that.
In fact, it is a law. If the bus has seatbelts, the students have to wear them. But not every bus has belts. Gabby says she's able to walk out of the hospital today with only a few bruises because her bus did.
So what are you going to do now?
Go home and rest.
And as for the future?
But I know one thing, I'm not going back on another field trip.
No more field trips for you, huh?
Nope, because I don't want that to happen again.
Can't say that I blame her. As for going to a museum, Gabby's dad says the two of them will be making a special trip as soon as she feels up to it. Bob, back to you.
Great story, Dan. What a well-spoken young lady. Now we have a bit more information on the school bus driver, the bus that flipped over. Her name, as we told you, Beth White, and as Grace White reported, she has been cited for improper lane change. The Okaloosa School Transportation Director says she has never had an accident in the 15 years she's driven for the county.
Needless to say, there were scary moments today for the parents of those children traveling on a second bus on that Walker Elementary School field trip. Channel 3's Laura Hussey joins us live from our Okaloosa County newsroom with their story. Laura?
Sue, that bus was traveling just ahead of the bus involved in the crash. Parents of the kids on board got a phone call saying there had been an accident and they needed to come to Walker Elementary and pick their kids up. When they arrived, school district officials were waiting for them. There was a private receiving area set up and the district psychologist was on site. Crestview police were there as well to help however they could. We saw them comforting parents and even escorting them to their cars once the kids arrived back at the school. Now, even though their kids were safe, it was a very emotional time.
I just prayed that it wasn't my baby on the bus, that, you know, not that I would want anybody else's, but, you know, just think you can't handle it, that would be something you couldn't handle.
The students at Walker Elementary will get a lot of help in dealing with this traumatic situation. District counselors will be on site tomorrow. The Red Cross has offered counselors as well if those are needed. And to help all of the students at Walker understand what happened, school officials produced a video that was shown to them at the end of the school day today. Live in our Okaloosa County newsroom, Laura Hussey, Channel 3 News.
And of course, we will continue to stay on top of this story. Now, coming up on Channel 3 News at 6, local transportation managers say today's accident is a great example of how safe school buses are. We'll take a closer look at school bus safety. Again, that's tonight at 6.
And we're looking for your comments as well at WEARTV.com on school bus safety. We'll have some of those responses for you tomorrow. Well, in other news, he's considered a top candidate for the Republican vice presidency. Coming up on Channel 3 News, what Florida Governor Charlie Crist says about his recent visit with John McCain.
I'm Mike Vassalinda in Tallahassee, where the crepe myrtle is blooming early this year. Is it a sign of global warming? Some think so. I'll have the story coming up.
And we thank you for watching Channel 3 News. We're proud to serve Molino and all of Escambia County.
First, live, local, you're watching Channel 3 News at 5. With anchors Sue Strong, Bob Solarski, and Chief Meteorologist Alan Strong. This portion of Channel 3 News is brought to you by Sandy Sansing Chevrolet, Nissan, BMW, Mazda.
Hi, I'm Sandy Sansing. When you visit Sandy Sansing Chevrolet, you're always on the winning team for a dealership you can trust.
Large selection and great prices.
like a Chevy Aveo for $158 a month, or Chevy Cobalts at $174 a month, Chevy Malibus at just $229 a month, or sleek Chevy Impalas for $225 a month, and Chevy Silverado Crew Cabs roll at $249 a month.
Come join the Sandy Sansing team, Car City, Pensacola, and remember,
Good news, everyone. The new hardwood floors are in. American Carpets invites you to come see our beautiful selection of exotic hardwoods, including walnut, hickory, ironwood, Brazilian cherry, and Siberian birch, all in stunning wide planks. We have a great selection in today's fashions. American Carpets can help you love your home again with the lasting warmth and charm that only wood can provide. For great pricing and professional service, let American Carpets be your guide. In Mobile, Pensacola, and Gulf Shores, we're open 8 to 8, so don't be late.
Have a news tip? Call Channel 3 News. Dial #3 from your Nextel phone. Provided by USA Digital. Or call 455-4599 or 1-877-TB3-WEAR. Toll free.
When does best really mean something? When all the experts start saying it.
Named Best Residual Value for the minivan segment by ALG.
The 2008 Best Resale Value Minivan by Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com.
The Odyssey named Best Van, one of 2008 Car and Driver's 5 best trucks.
The Odyssey from Honda, best of the best. Get APR financing as low as 0.9% on all new Honda Odyssey models for well-qualified customers.
Gentlemen, here are your prime rib burgers.
Oh wow, you are not joking. It's one tasty burger. It's one tasty burger. Dude, this place is weird. It's where they get their burgers from. Is this a real restaurant?
Announcing the Dodge $299 gas guarantee.
Right now, when you buy or lease most Dodge vehicles, you'll pay just $2.99 a gallon for gas or diesel in each of the next 3 years for up to the first 12,000 miles per year.
Or get a generous cash allowance on Ram 1500.
And I get a lifetime powertrain warranty. Get the gas guarantee or up to $5,500 cash allowance on select models plus our lifetime powertrain warranty. Hurry to your Dodge dealer and let's refuel America.
A coalition of environmental groups issued a report today detailing evidence, they say, of global warming that's already observable right here in Florida.
As Channel 3's Capitol reporter Mike Vasalinda tells us, the report says Florida must begin to take action now to avert disaster.
Homes like this one, damaged but still standing on what is no longer dry land, rock revetments, a road repaired again and again, are all evidence of global warming. Paul Johnson of Reef Relief says this red mangrove tree growing on the coast south of Tallahassee is proof something is amiss.
This is a rarity to find this plant here. It's usually found hundreds of miles to the south and west of here.
Crepe myrtles like this one aren't typically in full bloom until mid-July, but here's the rub. May has been an exceptionally cool month here in North Florida. The Florida Coastal and Ocean Coalition released a broad-ranging report calling on government to limit the use of fossil fuels and more. Joe Murphy of the Gulf Restoration Network says average people have a part to play too.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing is as simple as voting. And when you go to vote, think about a candidate's environmental record. Think about where they stand on climate change.
Well, the coalition says time is running out to begin taking action. It also says the tide is turning.
We fuel our whole industrial economic complex with petroleum that we don't have enough of, and it's becoming incredibly expensive. So the economics of this are in the right direction.
The bottom line of the report, society needs to stop fighting nature and embrace it. In Tallahassee, Mike Vasalinda, Channel 3 News.
And the report also calls for less building on the coast, protection of water resources and runoff, a reduction in CO2 gases, and an overall commitment by government to take action.
Oh, a beautiful day out there today. It certainly was summer-like.
Haven't seen it.
Sunny and warm. That about sums it up.
Been inside all day, or?
Yeah, it's been a little busy.
Yeah, busy. Yeah. Well, I tell you, it has been very warm. 89 degrees our high temperature, so summer-like is certainly a way to describe it. It's been dry out there too, but we've got a chance we're going to see some rain as the storm system moves across the southeast. I'll have the complete forecast coming up.
It's Pete Moore Chevrolet's Memorial Day sale with great savings on hundreds of new Chevys. Cobalts, just $10,990. Silverados with automatic and air, only $11,990. Silverado double cabs, just $14,990. All new Malibus, only $17,990. And Silverado Crew Cab VH, just $18,990. If you're hunting for a bargain, you'll find it during Pete Moore's Memorial Day sale. We're not in Car City. We're just off Navy Boulevard, just 2 miles north of Pensacola Naval Air Station on the west side of town.
It's been 19 years since he's dusted off the fedora. Now, the hero is back in the most anticipated ticket of the summer. The new Indiana Jones scratch-off game from the Florida Lottery. Adventure, drama, treasure. The new Indiana Jones scratch-off game from the Florida Lottery. Collect all 4. Join the adventure today.
All right, let's try some more. Who's ahead right now in tonight's high school game? There was a commotion at the mall a half hour ago. Any idea why? Let's try this. Give me any topic that you know anything about right now.
Kansas. Watermelon? The White House?
Do you need a news and information intervention? Go to AL.com and get the latest real-time news, sports, weather, and entertainment happening right now, right here in Alabama.
Hurry in now for Toyota's Banner Sales Event with great deals on a huge selection of Toyotas, like Camry, the #1 selling car in America. Now lease a new 2009 Camry LE for $229 a month for 48 months with $1,299 down. Only $229 a month for the stylish and sporty Toyota Camry. An excellent value backed by Toyota's legendary quality and reliability. Get the deal you need on the Camry you want. The Banner Sales Event absolutely ends June 2nd, so hurry into your Toyota dealer before it's too late.
Laura Bush and Jenna Hager come to Ellen and tell all about the big wedding.
I got you a wedding gift. I love it.
Plus, the legendary Journey debut their new lead singer. Next
Wednesday at 3 on WEAR ABC3. On June 1st, hurricane season begins. Don't miss WEAR's Storm Watch 2008 on Wednesday, May 28th at 7 p.m. We'll have the latest forecast for this season and important tips to keep you and your family safe. Brought to you in part by Valley Crest Tree Care Services.
Thursday.
Just wait till you see what I'm about to do.
The breathtaking 2-hour season finale.
We have a fuel leak.
Is here.
Do not go back to the island.
Lost. The 2-hour season finale Thursday at a special time, 9/8 Central on ABC.
Channel 3 News WeatherNet is brought to you by Sacred Heart Health System and Ailstock, Witkin, Crease, and Overholtz. Here is meteorologist Alan Strom.
Here's some of the current temperatures. We've got some places that are up around 90 degrees here as we look across northern Okaloosa County and northern Santa Rosa County. 87 degrees from Pace High School. Central Baldwin Middle School in Baldwin County, Alabama, reporting 83 degrees. And in Fort Walton Beach, it is 82 right now. Here's a sight from Woodlawn Beach Middle School with a temperature now of 81 degrees. And as we look at the forecast for tomorrow, you'll see that we are looking at a chance for rain, although it's only around 30%. We just may see a few showers or thunderstorms around the area, and it will get a little bit cloudy, especially during the afternoon hours. Highs tomorrow will be in the upper 80s. Radar imagery is showing dry weather around here, but we do have some rain not too far away, and that's been good news for parts of northern Georgia as well as the Carolinas and northern Alabama. All of it is along a front, and you can see these showers just sort of lined up here from the Carolinas right on all the way down through to Texas. Some rain is just sort of drifting around this front, and it's going to sort of sag down toward the northern Gulf Coast as we head into tomorrow and maybe bring us a little bit of rain here. But again, that chance of rain just around 30%. Here's where it will be tomorrow at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then eventually what will happen is that front will just sort of dissolve or wash away here as we head through the next couple of days. So tomorrow, maybe we'll get some rain out of it, although it's just a slight chance. Winds will be out of the north, and then we'll shift and end up being out of the southwest as we get into the afternoon hours. Our surf has been, again, a little bit rough with some rip currents out there, so the area beaches have been flying the yellow flag, cautioning swimmers, and that water temperature, that number is climbing. The water temperature seems to keep going up. It's going to be around 80 degrees before we know it. Right now it's at 79. Our official high today ended up being 89 degrees. Our low temperature was 70 degrees. And now for a view of things outside, you can see that things are looking pretty quiet and still sunny. Live from our Hardy City Cam, which is on top of the Crown Plaza Grand Hotel. Overnight lows will be between about 65 and 70 degrees again, and it will be mostly clear throughout much of the overnight period. And then as we get into tomorrow, we'll see some more cloud cover. Looks like it's going to be dry on Friday, and again, it looks like it's going to end up being dry over the weekend, and it will be another nice weekend. We've got a slight chance for rain, or about a 20% chance for rain as we head through the start toward the middle of next week. And our Penn Air Federal Credit Union Penn the Weather winner today is Alex Simmons. Plenty of sunshine in that picture. Congratulations. And also we want to remind everyone that we have our special hurricane program. That's going to be tonight at 7 o'clock, Storm Watch 2008.
All right. Thanks, Alan.
Thanks, Alan.
Let's take a look now at Gulf Coast calendar. We'll begin in Pensacola with a big community cookout. This is an annual event that is put on by PACCAR. It is absolutely free. It's for the entire family. More importantly, they'll be issuing a call to stop the violence in the community. There'll be live entertainment, guest speakers, food, games, again, all free, Saturday, 12 noon until at McGee Field, located on Davis Highway at Scott Street. Junior Law Enforcement Academy in Okaloosa County. This is open to elementary and middle school students. They have an opportunity for some hands-on learning about law enforcement careers. June 16th through the 20th, there will be sessions held at Ruckle Middle, Davidson Middle, Bruner Middle School. If you'd like for your child to attend, please call 833-3614. The Okaloosa Sheriff's Office, 833-3614.
Still ahead, Governor Charlie Crist signs a revamped insurance package into law.
But first, we'll hear what Governor Crist is saying about his recent meeting with presumptive GOP nominee John McCain.
I'm always looking for ways to save money. And with Air Design's tankless water heater, I get all the hot water I want, when I need it, and for less.
Okay, so let me handle this. Finding a deal is harder than you think. It takes a trained eye to spot it.
Like this one? Or those two? Or all of those?
This Memorial Day, we've quietly placed specially marked 08 cars and trucks on our lots. Find great deals like $4,500 cash back on most Sierras with the best available V8 fuel economy of any full-size pickup. Find the arrow, find the deal. But only for 10 days. See your Buick Pontiac GMC dealer today.
Lamar Dean & Associates Incorporated Insurance Services is now an independent agency. Call our new number, 497-6510. Lamar Dean & Associates offers insurance for home, auto, motorcycles, motorhomes, boats, condos, business property, general liability, workers' compensation, and more. At Lamar Dean & Associates, you get the same excellent service and extremely competitive premiums. In most cases, you can get your coverage by phone. Call Lamar Dean & Associates Insurance, an independent agency. Don't renew before you do.
We are local. We're family owned. We live here too. We are experienced. 36 years and serving over 24,000 customers. We are quality with high quality brands like Stanley, Simonton, Gorel, PGT, and more. We are choices. There's a variety of shutters, windows, doors, and more to meet your needs and budget. And for a limited time, get 25% off all our doors, windows, and storm shutters when you mention this ad. Call for your free home estimate today. We are Smokers!
It's got 403 horsepower. It can tow 8,000 pounds. Seats 7. It's dripping in chrome. Big, bold, beautiful. Forget drive it. If it had a bathroom, I'd live in it.
Right now, visit your local Cadillac dealer for attractive lease and finance offers.
We had a leak in the foundation, but we weren't sure where. But thanks to Air Design's camera system, they found the leak with minimal concrete removal.
Call 202-COOL, night or day. Air Design Systems is on the way.
Governor Charlie Crist spent the weekend with several other Republican governors at Senator John McCain's Arizona ranch. McCain hosted a Memorial Day cookout to thank the people who were helping with his campaign. Now, Crist, of course, on the short list of possible running mates. But Crist says the food was good, but the vice presidential nomination did not come up.
It wasn't discussed at all. It was a great weekend. You know, Senator McCain is a great cook. He enjoys grilling out and does a superlative job of it. And I ate too much, but enjoyed it.
Massachusetts Governor Mitt Romney and Louisiana Governor Bobby Jindal were also at the cookout.
Well, Governor Charlie Crist has also signed new insurance legislation that extends a rate freeze for more than 1 million customers of state-backed Citizens Insurance. Now, that was part of a measure that became known as the Homeowners Bill of Rights. That bill gives the state more authority over private companies, but residents with car insurance or homeowner policies would be assessed a surcharge if a catastrophic storm hit Florida and the state was unable to meet its financial obligations. Crist vetoed a part of the measure that would have provided $250 million in incentives for private insurers willing to get into the risky homeowners market to take some of the pressure off citizens.
Well, coming up, a Pennsylvania principal takes a giant leap fulfilling a promise to her students.
Since your child got home from school, her head aches, and she has a fever. Sacred Heart Urgent Care is open 8 to 8 every day. Walk-ins are welcome. For minor injury or illness, visit Sacred Heart Urgent Care, Highway 29 at W Street, in front of the Reef Theater.
Okay, so let me handle this. Finding a deal is harder than you think. It takes a trained eye to spot it.
Like this one? Or those two? Or all of those?
This Memorial Day, we've quietly placed specially marked 08 cars and trucks on our lots. Find great deals like $3,000 cash back on most Lucernes. With better highway fuel economy than Chrysler 300 Limited. Find the arrow, find the deal. But only for 10 days. See your Buick Pontiac GMC dealer today.
There's no place like Golden Corral for a different lunch every day of the week. On Thursday, try our new Minis and Melts lunch. A variety of your favorite sandwiches, like our new Philly steak melt, grilled mini steak burgers, and lots more. Plus, enjoy more than 100 other choices on our huge buffet, all at a price you can handle. Don't miss Minis and Melts Thursdays, only at Golden Corral. For a different lunch every day, there's no place like Golden Corral.
On June 1st, hurricane season begins. Don't miss WEAR's Storm Watch 2008 on Wednesday, May 28th at 7 p.m. We'll have the latest forecast for this season and important tips to keep you and your family safe. Brought to you in part by Valley Crest Tree Care Services.
520 miles on one tank of gas for $249 a month. GMC Sierra, 520 miles, $249 a month. Vince Wibbs, Car City, Pensacola.
You're home from work, feel awful, and need to see a physician. Sacred Heart Urgent Care is open 8 to 8 every day. Walk-ins are welcome. For minor injury or illness, visit Sacred Heart Urgent Care, Highway 29 at W Street, in front of the Reef Theater.
Coming up on World News, scathing criticism today of President Bush from his former press secretary. Brian Ross investigates a member of Congress who flies first class without spending a dime. And Charles Darwin, a beetle and a failed experiment, means a report tonight from Robert Krulwich.
Well, it's a day out of the classroom for some elementary school students. They're sure to be talking about this week.
300 students, in fact, in a Pennsylvania school district took a field trip to an airfield to see their principal free fall from 10,000 feet. Well, the skydive was all for a good cause. The principal told the youngsters if they encouraged enough people to go and donate blood, she would leap out of an airplane. And a woman of her word, she did just that.
What educators have to do these days.
Yes. It's all of our time for now. Thanks for joining us. Hope to see you at 6.
Stay tuned now for ABC News. We'll see you back here in 30 minutes.
Closed captioning is brought to you by The Big Thinking at Hancock Bank.
Hi, I'm Sandy Sansing. When you visit Sandy Sansing Chevrolet, you're always on the winning team for a dealership you can trust.
Large selection and great prices.
Like a Chevy Aveo for $158 a month, or Chevy Cobalts at $174 a month, Chevy Malibus at just $229 a month, or sleek Chevy Impalas for $225 a month, and Chevy Silverado Crew Cabs roll at $249 a month.
Come join the Sandy Sansing team, Car City, Pensacola, and remember,
Now, all chicken sandwiches are not created equal. Oh, there's plenty of good ones around, don't get me wrong. But when you add honey mustard sauce, cheese, and bacon to a What a Chicken, you get the new honey mustard What a Chicken sandwich. Now, if that don't put the zip in your doodah, I don't know what will.
What a burger!
Just like you like it.
I am a non-lawyer spokesperson. Attention, Florida smokers and survivors of smokers. You may be eligible to share in the $600 million Engel Trust Fund. If you or your decedent were diagnosed with any smoking-related illness, your right to make a legal claim expires on June 16, 2008. For more information and to help you submit a claim through our office, go to tobaccoflorida.com or call us at 1-866-404-4244.
Hi, I'm Susan. I've been a satisfied customer of Wood U Furniture for almost 10 years, and over the years, we've found several pieces to enhance our home. From bedroom furniture to kitchen to home office, and we did it all ourselves. The staff at Wood U guided me through the entire process from start to finish, from choosing the right type of wood to matching the color finish to our existing furniture. Don't settle for furniture that's almost right. Trust Wood U Furniture and find exactly what you're looking for. Wood U Furniture, decorating your home your way.
Welcome to World News. Tonight, scathing criticism of President Bush from a man who was a loyal insider defending White House policies to the public and the press. Separate worlds. Clinton continues to push her primary campaign, while Obama and McCain act as if the general election campaign has already begun. The Good Life. A congressman who found a loophole in a lobbying bill big enough to fly first class through. Brian Ross is on the money trail. And A Bug's Life. Combine Charles Darwin, a beetle, and an experiment gone wrong, and what do you get? A story as only Robert Krulwich can tell it.
From ABC News headquarters, this is World News with Charles Gibson.